Hey race fans, the Circuit Superstars devs have released their first community update since the game's official launch last month. This update, called The Road Ahead, will showcase what's going to be coming up in the game very soon and what features and things they're looking at to implement into the game early in 2022. So let's take a quick look at this. Okay, so here we have the update directly on their Steam page, of course called The Road Ahead. Upcoming features, upgrades, and more. Let's learn about what they have in store for us for their awesome game called Circuit Superstars. So let's start with what's coming very soon. So we have reverse tracks, which is going to automatically double the track count in the game, assuming all of them have an exact reverse. Now they're going to have to do some work on the pits to kind of make that work, because currently the pits only work one direction, so they're going to have to figure out a way to make sure that the pits are designed to work in both directions. Either way, that's really one of the most exciting things, and especially that's listed as very soon. That is a quick and easy way for them, relatively speaking, to increase the content that's available with the game. So super awesome for that. Next is Steam Invites. It says you'll be able to invite your friends into a game directly from the Steam Friends overlay. Now what we don't know is that that's going to be during the initial lobby screen where you normally would use a lobby code and you can invite friends that way, or if this is going to also work in once you've actually launched a game when you're playing. So we don't have all the info on that, but hopefully we'll know very soon. Screen space steering. Now, this is not something that I'll use, but I understand it. In this game, you essentially, doesn't matter what direction the car is traveling, left, the wheels always go left. So even if you're going down the screen and you push left, it's going to kind of go opposite way as what you're looking at on the screen, which, this is for people who are accustomed to top-down type racers. The current steering system is what everyone's used to. But obviously this is going to be put in place for players who are maybe unfamiliar with the top-down racer type, and their brain is kind of used to moving the direction that they're, moving the direction on the screen as to what they see. So you kind of roll the stick around. Obviously it's not going to work well with keyboard because of the diagonals of some of the tracks, but I get it. Think of like a twin stick shooter, right? Where you use one stick and you kind of move your character, and one stick you rotate your character to shoot with the other stick. This is going to be kind of like the left stick control. At least that's my interpretation of it. And then of course we have just several bug fixes and quality of life improvements. No details with that. We'll get in the next patch update. But anytime we see quality of life updates, I mean that's awesome. The next section is their next up session. Now there's no timeline on this, so we don't know when this is going to be implemented. But the next thing we have is a new gameplay feature, Slipstream, which is like drafting. Again, we don't know exactly what that entails, but certainly whenever you're driving a car, you get someone right behind you. If they're right there behind you, it should give them a little bit of a drafting or slipstream effect and allow them to kind of get a little extra speed with reduced drag while they're behind you to kind of get around you. Ultimately, it should make racing a lot closer. Not necessarily rubber banding in a sense that of a super arcade game, but just a little bit of slipstream effect to just kind of make that racing a little bit closer right there. And online and single player, I'm assuming that's going to affect everything. Next, we have improvements to AI Racecraft, which we can only assume means the AI is going to be improved. I mean, pretty straightforward. Better AI. Nobody's complaining there. Online, improvements to synchronization and collisions. Definitely one of the biggest complaints, especially to new players, is whenever you collide with someone online, shortly after that, collisions are all messed up. It's clearly a synchronization thing. It's a netcode thing. So at least they're basically acknowledging that it's an issue and saying, hey, it's in our next thing to look at. So that's awesome. Online, play while you wait. You'll be able to play other game modes or customize your cars and driver as you wait for an online game. This will result in fuller lobbies. Don't know exactly what that means. Hopefully it just means, maybe there's some ability to drive around the track, or like it says, customize your things while you're waiting. We'll see how that results in fuller lobbies. That's awesome. Maybe it's just something to pass the time, honestly, but hey, we'll look forward to it. Practice mode. To help you get familiar with cars and tracks, seems pretty straightforward. You can set your previous best time. You can race against that. Practice mode is great. It's kind of like a lot of games use like a time trial specific where you can just pick any car, any track combo. If it's something like that, then I think that's a great addition. I'm sure it will get utilized. Single player and local co-op in race restarts. So the ability to restart a race in a single player race, be able to restart it if you need to. Got it. Yeah, makes sense. And co-op. Cool. Easy enough. New car, new track, new category. No teasers on that yet. We have no idea. So we're just waiting. And then our priorities for Q1 2022. So custom lobbies, aka private lobbies, which we can only assume means that we can create a lobby and add whatever settings we want to in there within the game's parameters. Whatever track combination, whatever car combination, that will be absolutely awesome. And that will be, in my opinion, the biggest thing that will help for the longevity of this game. Because to really keep the game going and keep the community really going, you have to have the ability to make your own series, like your own cups, like your own league. And in order to do that, you can't really depend on just the random 3 events that come up with online play. You have to be able to actually create your own event so that you can set your parameters in your event and, you know, have your people join and know what's kind of coming in that race instead of just having them join a random race and not know what's happening. So that right there, in my opinion, is the biggest thing on this page. Custom lobbies, aka private lobbies, most exciting feature. It is absolutely imperative that they get that feature added as soon as they can, because that is the #1 feature that we need. And then ranked matchmaking, which I get, and that keeps it going, keeps it fun. Whenever you got a little rank next to your name, again, don't know exactly what that means. Not sure if they're going to use an ELO type system or any other system, but either way, we welcome it. So can't wait to check it out. At the bottom, they give us a nice little note that just says, hey, this list is focused on key priorities. You know, they have a bigger backlog of features and suggestions that they're always evaluating. So if something's not here, please let them know. Join the official Discord. Be active in that community. Let the devs know what you want to see. You know, they're out all over the place. You can get them on Twitter. You can get them. You'll see them in the game sometimes, which is nice. Joining streams, even if they're not in the stream and active chatting or racing, know that they do watch the streams, they pay attention, they check the content, they watch the YouTube videos. It's really important that a dev team does that stuff to know what their community is asking for. And, you know, they don't know what you want unless you tell them. So it's really important that you voice your opinion on both what they've released here in the community update, in the road ahead, also things that weren't listed in here. So make sure you go into the official Discord, join in there, go into the suggestions area. Please follow the rules that are in there. Make sure you make your suggestions as they're asked to be made. That way they're not deleted or anything like that. But go in there, you know, type in whatever you want, and let's keep doing what they're asking for and giving them more feedback, and they'll be working on new features, quality of life. There's a typo there. New features and quality or life improvements. I think that should be quality of life, but quality of life improvements, which you'll start seeing soon. If you haven't yet, like I said, please leave a review. Consider joining the official Discord. There's a link right here on Steam. And yeah, we can't wait. I mean, this is an exciting release. We haven't really had much from them since the game launched a month ago. So obviously myself and anyone out there who plays this is really, really looking forward to these updates, especially custom lobbies, but even sooner, those reverse tracks. So hopefully I will see you guys on the racetrack. You will find me playing this game pretty regularly, both on and off stream, doesn't matter, in other people's streams, in the official Discord. Feel free to ping me, ask me questions, invite me to races. I love to play. So I will see you guys on the racetrack. Before I end this video, I just wanted to say thank you very much to everyone who watches these videos and reaches out to me on Discord and Twitter, and Facebook and YouTube, and tells me that they appreciate the content, and that they want to see more, and they ask me for specific things such as videos like this, and I really, really appreciate that, guys. And if you're not, of course, if you're not subscribed, you know, feel free to hit the button. I'm never going to push it on anybody. If you want to be here, and, you know, if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. I've gotten a few thumbs downs on some videos, which, you know, kind of had to break the seal. It's, you got to get it at some point. Kind of makes you feel like a real creator whenever that happens. So you know what? Even if you gave it a thumbs down, I appreciate that too. At least you watched it, or I hope you did. Don't just watch part of it and give it a thumbs down. That's not fair. You know, at least give it a chance. And if you give it a thumbs down, let me know how I can improve. I'm open to suggestions. But otherwise, man, I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you very much for coming in here and hanging out and giving me the feedback and support. So I hope to see you guys on the racetrack in another games.